the best trip. Almost as good as cruising.
I'm gonna tell you a story because Sue said I wouldn't tell it. But if it had happened to her, I would tell everybody. So I'm telling everybody a story about me that I have already told some people. And there are people I chose not to tell, like the therapist. Right?
Yeah, that's why I said you weren't going to tell anyone.
But I already told Jen, and I told Sarah, I think. Maybe not. No, I haven't talked to Deke.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the deal. Cheryl and Sue went snorkeling, and they went outside of the cove, and I don't know what Cheryl was thinking, because I could never rescue them, but she wanted me where I could see them. I obliged. But that meant sitting on the outside of the cove where the rocks were really slippery, and I had on stupid shoes.
Cloud slides.
So anyway, I fell, and it was fine. I was like, okay, I'll just stay right here, because I could look for shells right where I was. And it's getting hot, and Sue and Cheryl are having the time of their lives, I think.
It was rough there too. It was like pushing me into rocks, and it just wasn't, I could see fish, but it wasn't as amazing as other snorkeling days. But it was okay. I was still in my, I want to find Caymanite, so I was searching for rocks more than those fish are beautiful.
But I think you all came back into the cove and then came around where I was.
No, I had to walk through that crap to get up to you. But I had my swim shoes
slimy.
on.
That's right. And so I was trying to get up, and Sue asked me if I needed help, and I said, I just need to admit something. I'm sitting right where I fell. I haven't moved. And the waves weren't strong enough to move me there either, so there I was, a beached whale. I'm not kidding, beached.
She's not kidding.
Cheryl makes her way to us.
Well, no. First, we tried to do the put your feet on mine, and we crossed arms.
How many times did Cheryl see us fall?
I don't know, but we tried that 3 times. And the 3rd time I got you up, and our hands slipped, and we both fell. And my snorkel and mask went flying off into the ocean. And
it's a sea. It's
the sea. And I am laughing so hard because you couldn't be hurt because I didn't get hurt. And I am the one who always gets hurt. And I come up just laughing and laughing and laughing. And you're like, my head. And that's when Cheryl came to us, because then she's like, do you need help getting up? And she is like so tiny. She's so tiny. I'm like, no. No. So, and I am not going to be a beached whale. Through hell or high water, I am getting my fat ass up. Oh. So, and I had on, we have river shoes instead of swim shoes, because our pool is so rough that we wear through swim shoes in less than 6 months.
Rather quickly.
Yeah. And river shoes last longer because they're made for, being in the river with rocks, and they're more durable. So I was able to at least have my shoes grasp onto these algae covered slimy rocks. It was terrible. Beautiful, but terrible. And so I was able to get up, but I was like in the splits almost. And I'm like, so then they're like, I'm up, but I have no idea how I'm going to bring my legs back together. And Cheryl's like, would you please let me help you now? I don't know how many times on the trip she had to say that to me. But I did. She held my hands while I was able to bring my... But Libby's still beached. Now with what I think is a concussion. And you were further out and at a worse angle than you were.
Yeah. Thanks for getting me there.
Right. Okay, now you can go on.
Well, I have to tell on myself. Sue said, we have to get you up like we got your dad up. You have to roll over.
Well, you kept trying to get up.
Yeah.
But
So
your right arm kept...
Yeah, but that's when I rolled over and got on my knees. And
Yeah.
that's yes, my arm gave out
3 times or more.
Yeah, but it was worse when I rolled over and it gave out.
Yeah.
And so 3 different times I hit the rocks.
Face first.
Yeah, my head.
And let me tell you, Libby is the strongest person I know. Like, she is so, especially her upper body. Like, her, I keep saying like instead of
Tell your friend.
Donna, you can have a drink with the likes now. Her barbells in the water are super barbells, like for her upper body strength. So for her not to be able to get up was very scary for me and Cheryl. So then I finally had to say, Libby, I've got to be able to get you up like we've lifted your dad up. And you were so tired, you just shook your head yes. And
I nodded. A shake is no. A shake is a disagreement.
Oh.
I shake my head no. I nod my head
Yeah,
yes.
you nodded yes. Okay. But you agreed.
Yes.
Which was very, very nice of you. Very cooperative of you.
I was beached.
So we get her up.
Wait. So Cheryl's trying to help too, and Cheryl's little, bless her heart, and she goes, "Come on, Lib, use your upper body strength. You got good upper body strength." Whoop! I fall
Every time.
So Sue tells me she's gonna have to get an ambulance.
Right, I did. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
I'm thinking, oh, that's not good. I'm gonna end up being airlifted. I don't know why I thought that, because it felt like I was so far out, I guess. Finally, I was starting to get up, and Cheryl said, "Don't pick up that rock." And I was getting up, and
That was after we got you up, though.
Okay, so I was up, and then I saw it was not a rock; it was a shell.
I don't know what it was, but Cheryl gave up on you at that point.
She walked away from me, but I was up.
Yeah.
I think I scared her.
And then you said I needed to go get your shell.
Yeah,
From
I did.
the leaf.
That was on the leaf.
So
So I was all there. Mentally.
Then, instead of walking towards the cove, you're walking up this hill.
Oh, yeah.
And that's when your shoes just twisted. And I was like, oh, did you just break your ankle?
I fell again.
Yep. And I said, we got to take your shoes off. You got to walk barefoot. These shoes are not your friend right now. Her foot, like the shoe twisted, and she was wearing it. So the sole of the shoe was on the outside of her foot. And I had to like peel it off her foot. I couldn't, like it wasn't coming off. I had to use force. I had to forcefully peel it off her foot. So then I'm like, Libby, if you can just get to that rock right there, you can sit down. Okay, I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Oh, and let me just tell you, after Libby tried to pick up that rock, Cheryl left us. Walked away. So
I frustrated her.
walked away.
Well, she could hardly run. It was steep.
Walked away from us because she was so frustrated that Libby bent over to pick up a rock when we were working so hard to get her out, or a shell, whatever it was. So then I'm there alone with her, and she falls again with this whole shoe thing. So then I'm just trying to figure out, does she have a concussion? Does she have heat stroke? I don't know. Sunstroke, whatever the things are. And we get to this rock, and she's like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. I'm like, okay, go for it. I don't know what to do. I'm sitting on the rock with her, just, you know, trying to be supportive. And I said, do I need to call an ambulance, or can you get up to where the, you know, it's kind of like a resort. It isn't, but only the condos that we are in, they own this section of the beach. So they have like an umbrellaed area with beach chairs. And I'm like, if you can get up there, I have water for you, and it's covered. There are umbrellas, and we can get you out of the sun. We have to get you out of the sun somehow. And she literally took off. Like, I couldn't keep up with her. Took off. If you mention ambulance, you have got to be ready to chase her. That's what I know. So then she like turns to me, where's our stuff? Where's our stuff? And I had to point it out to her because it was like 3 rows back. But oh my gosh. Then as soon as she drank a quart and a half of water, she drank mine and hers, or all hers and part of mine.
And I crawled under the towels.
Yeah, you got under the towels and the umbrella. You were good. But my goodness, that was the only thing that happened that was so hard on our trip. Otherwise, it was beautiful. So
I complicate everything.
That was the only scary thing that happened on our trip until we will tell you, our coming home adventures.